Yeah, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck, Captain's YouTube Atheist Community and Stick and Fun. I believe I'm recording. Yeah, Canon camera. This is my first Canon as a camera. You know, because you can't buy these things even used for cheap. You know, even broken. They're really expensive. So anyway, I just happened on this one. Pile of junk and it was in there. And yeah, it works and such. So it's pretty interesting and cool. There are very good cameras. But anyway, I still wouldn't pay $30 for a broken one, but whatever. So, let's see, the Stickam last night stayed way too late. And so, you know, I'm really tired. And I have a project for the day. And yeah, it's just the town fishing derby. That's where I'm heading now. And I think I'm forgetting something probably important. But yeah, I don't go fishing. Yeah, I don't, you know, I just help out. You know, unofficially. Anyway, where was I? Bears. Yeah, Stickam last night. So yeah, it was a good night, but yeah, I stayed way too late. So I am way under-rested, you know, and so it's going to be a weird and unfunctional day, no doubt. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, belch. Okay, so last night, yeah, lots of subjects, lots of sort of yelling. For some reason I was prone to yelling at people. I don't know what that is. It's so unusual, so unlike me to have to yell at people in frustration. And Puro, to think, how could I possibly get frustrated with something Puro would say? So anyway, but yeah, it was an interesting night, I think. Yeah, we hit all the normal subjects plus some extra ones. I did quite a bit of time on physics, which I like as a subject. I like the challenge. You know, that there's this great mystery that really is unsolved. It's the, you know, go west, young man kind of thing, or the, you know, boldly go where no man has gone before. You know, yeah, it is kind of like a big question that we haven't answered, and so it does sit there staring in the face. This unification of energy thing, the coherent, comprehensible model of matter thing. Oh God, I'm soaking wet already. Look at that. I mean, shit. Just from the ground wet. Shouldn't. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. Anyway, I should have worn a different pair of sneakers. That's what I should have done. These are not my best waterproofers. I should have worn my boots. That's what I forgot. All right, that's one thing. All right, I'm going back now. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, it is, you know, it's kind of interesting that there's this big question and it's not answered yet. So, I like that. It's still working. Anyway, okay, what else? Yeah, so the rest of it was just the basic same old. You know, with the chick who doesn't show herself, she was sort of annoying, actually. She sent me some questions I got to actually answer, but it's a whole other thing. But she does have this Ron Paulness to her. You know, that's a boner killer. And you're just like, what is it? Where do people, they always come up with excuses for why something sucks, except for the obvious solution or answer, which is because people suck. And so it's like somehow somebody else destroyed the world. The monsters did it. The bad guys did it. Yeah, the 7 bad guys ruined life on Earth for us. Yeah, if we just get rid of those 7 bad guys, everything would be okay. And that's not the problem. The problem is in the nature of the human greed monster, the ego thing, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, I mean, the selfishness of it all. You know, and people thrive on it. They complain, and yet they wouldn't have it any other way, as is quite obvious. If you suggest another way, they will whine and complain and protest, call you a communist or something. So quite obviously people want it this way. You know, they're just pretending to, you know, have some kind of concern that the rich might be too rich. So if you give them a chance to vote on it, they won't vote to make them poorer. They'll vote to make the poor poorer. That's the irony of it. They'll actually vote because they think the poor people are using up all the money. Yeah, that's what they think. They think the bum government bureaucrats are stealing all their money by showing up for work for $8 a day. Oh my God. And they don't realize that one possessor of a stock portfolio that they inherited consumes, tens of thousands of salaries a year and squanders that work, that money, that investment capital on nonsense and bullshit. And they feel privileged because, I got to be the maitre d' at their birthday party or some kind of idiotic notion bullshit. Because they can glean a little bit of trickle down. They feel that they've gotten their entitlement, which is totally fucked. People don't understand that workers make value. Rich people do not make value. And you keep saying it, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. That some asshole investing in crap, absolute crap, is not doing anything productive. That companies trying to fuck each other over, trying to drive each other out of business, aren't doing anything that's productive to the consumer. The consumer just pays for a bunch of waste, and a bunch of lying, and a bunch of small print, and a bunch of manipulation that they keep telling them to do. They keep saying, don't do it, but then they vote for it to be done. Deregulate and empower the entrepreneurs to come up with even more schemes to steal your money. But they keep thinking it's not their money. They keep thinking it's that guy's money, so it's okay. They're not going to steal any of my money. They're just going to steal his money. Ugh, idiots. Anyway, I don't want to get on a whole economics thing, but... So anyway, just this idea of blaming something other than the voters. The democracy's broken. It's true. It needs to be fixed. We need instant run of voting. We need to get rid of the geographic bias. Keep saying that shit over and over. And that'll make a hell of an improvement. And people will be able to vote for something instead of against something. So that would be good. But the bottom line is, people have to understand, the difference. And have to understand who the real free lunchers are. And, that it ain't, people, working 10 hours a day. Foreigners. They're not the blight on society. It's not even the right word. It might be the blight, but they're not the parasite. Well, that's a kind of a dismal reality. No, that didn't work out too well. I was supposed to turn the camera off, and I didn't do it. So, here's some dead time. That's a zooming thing. I want that. So much to do. So few people to do it. Me. So kind of finally coming out. Good. Things are looking better. There's probably going to be a ton of people there. I'm late, so I won't be able to get my usual bench. And what else can I complain about? I don't think there's much else. Sorry. Okay, so what else? There was Stickham, Brett Keane. Let's see, did he say anything? No. Not much. Did talk about movies a little. So that was a little bit interesting in places. What else? Just a range of subjects, so it was pretty good. It's quite adequate. And, I did challenge Piro on the sound physics thing, so I'll do that real quick. I theorize that all sound, I think it's just the truth of physics, that all sound originates with the movement of matter faster than the speed of sound. That all sound is at its origins created by sonic booms, little tiny ones that, like my larynx right now, are moving fibers faster than the speed of sound. They're creating little sonic booms that are creating the vibrations that travel through the air that we call sound. And so that all the origins are always that kind of movement. That it's a sonic boom that allows there to be a transferable vibration. A vibration of a quick enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever that word is. A quick enough blah to perpetrate itself through the medium. And that the proof of it sort of is the fact that the sound wave itself is moving at the speed of sound. And to create it, something slower than the speed of sound, obviously can't produce something moving as fast as the speed of sound. And so it's only logical to recognize that what's producing sound is something moving faster than sound. Seems to be, yeah. I mean, you can't say anything clearer than that. I mean, if I do this, I'm not going to create any sound because I'm not going to move any matter faster than the speed of sound. And that's what I need to do to get something to move as fast as sound. I have to actually first move as fast as sound. I have to actually physically move the matter faster than sound. Just obvious. And so Piro thinks he can come up with some sort of example of something that produces a sound without some piece of it moving faster than the speed of sound. And I say he won't be able to do that, and I'll be able to demonstrate that there's some sub-function, some sub-part of whatever he describes that is in fact moving faster than the speed of sound, and that even if the frequency he's hearing is lower than the speed of sound, the fact is it's being carried on a harmonic, on a, there's a word for that, that is in fact moving faster. That did originate with something moving faster. Obviously the sound itself is not moving faster, but the thing that initiated it is. Yeah, it's just obvious. There's no way to explain the generation of something that can transfer through the medium faster, or as fast as sound, without it going as fast as sound. It's that simple. So I win. You can't unravel that logic. Logic wins again. So anyway, yay for our side, logic. So anyway, what else is there? Big skunk cabbage. Look how big they got in just a few days. Holy shit. Alright, it's not that big a deal, but they're big. So what else? Let's see, any news in the atheist community, which is sort of hard to find. I see Rosebushy made another video on antinatalism, and now know what he's doing? He's arguing with somebody who doesn't believe in antinatalism. It's like me saying, I'm going to have an argument against Christianity, and I'll go out and I'll find the most hedonistic, laziest, youngest, most ignorant Christian on earth, and argue with him, and say I win. What a pussy. Just amazing. The hard antinatalists break the arguments, and what does he do? He runs away from those as fast as he can and goes find some obscure guy arguing his own individual philosophy that he's calling, antinatalism. So, yeah, it's like me arguing even Mormon. I could argue Mormon religion and say, there, I've defeated all versions of Christianity because it's based on Christianity or something like that. It's just nonsense. Idiotic. But he's an idiot. A nonsensical idiot. Yeah. That's what he is. I'm damn sure of it. Alright, so what else? Ooh, there are a bunch of cars. Ooh. People coming. They're coming right at me. As I walk, they get closer and closer. That's the more physics we were talking about. Distance and time. And the fact that